It was the end of February when representatives of local firefighter organizations from both the United States and Canada met in Washington, D.C. at the headquarters of the American Federation of Labor. They met to form a free, democratic trade union by firefighters for firefighters. Their objectives? To foster a higher degree of skill and efficiency, to cultivate friendship and fellowship, to maintain proper remuneration for duty performed, and to elevate the moral, intellectual, social, and economic conditions of its members. They desired to secure the health and safe being of all who risk their spirit in this profession, and to ensure that those who might be widowed and orphaned would want for naught. Upon conclusion of their first convention, AFFL President Samuel Gompers signed their charter for a new union, the International Association of Firefighters. From those humble beginnings, the IAFF has grown to represent more than 310,000 members in over 3,300 locals across 2 countries. Throughout this year, 2018, we will join together as a great union to celebrate our centennial, with events and information to remind our members of the passion and sacrifice of the generations who built this union, and how their efforts have turned the tough job our members do into a proud profession. Our celebration will culminate this summer in Seattle, Washington, during our 54th convention, with a gala to benefit the IAFF Foundation, so we can continue to help our members and their families when they are most in need. Now we return to the very site where those original delegates gathered in Washington, D.C. 100 years ago, the early headquarters of the American Federation of Labor.
Our aim and object is to advance each. We find progress through unity.
Order! Order! We will now call the roll. The first convention as the International Association of Firefighters. Local 1, Pittsburgh.
Present and voting.
Local 2, Chicago.
Present and voting.
Local 3, Pueblo, Colorado.
Present and voting.
And we join today's leaders and representatives of the first chartered IAFF locals to celebrate and mark the founding of your International Association of Firefighters.
Brothers and sisters, as we gather here at the hour and place of our first IAFF convention, and as we assemble on the very spot our founder stood 100 years ago, we stand on the shoulders of those first delegates. They may not recognize our world today or all the aspects of this profession we call the job, but they would certainly be proud of the strength and solidarity of their union, a union we have built together, this great IAFF. I now call on General Secretary Treasurer Edward Kelly to call the roll of the IAFF's chartered locals from the United States and Canada on February 28, 1918. GST Kelly.
Local 1, Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania.
Here.
Local 2, Chicago, Illinois.
Chicago, Illinois, here.
Local 3, Pueblo, Colorado.
Here.
Local 4, Des Moines, Iowa.
Here.
Local 5, Colorado Springs, Colorado.
Here.
Local 7, Sioux City, Iowa.
Here.
Local 8, Great Falls, Montana.
Here.
Local 9, Portsmouth, Ohio.
Here.
Local 10, McKeesport, Pennsylvania.
Here.
Local 11, Cedar Rapids, Iowa.
Here.
Local 12, Wheeling, West Virginia. Local 15, Council Bluffs, Iowa. Local 16, Marshalltown, Iowa. Local 17, Davenport, Iowa. Local 18, Vancouver, British Columbia. Local 19, Boston, Massachusetts. Local 20, Hamilton, Ohio. Local 21, St. Paul, Minnesota. Local 22, Philadelphia, Pennsylvania. Local 23, East St. Louis, Illinois. Local 24, East Liverpool, Ohio. Local 25, Dubuque, Iowa. Local 26, Rock Island, Illinois. Local 27, Seattle, Washington. Local 28, Schenectady, New York. Local 29, Spokane, Washington. Local 30, Cambridge, Massachusetts. Local 31, Tacoma, Washington. Local 32, Utica, New York. Local 33, Fort Smith, Arkansas. Local 34, Little Rock, Arkansas. Local 35, North Little Rock, Arkansas. Local 36, Washington, District of Columbia. Local 37, Springfield, Illinois. Local 38, Covington, Kentucky. Local 39, Memphis, Tennessee. Local 40, Holyoke, Massachusetts. Local 41, Mason City, Iowa. Local 42, Kansas City, Missouri. Local 43, Portland, Oregon. Local 44, Joliet, Illinois. Local 45, Newport, Kentucky. Local 46, Everett, Washington. Local 48, Cincinnati, Ohio. Local 49, Bloomington, Illinois. Local 50, Peoria, Illinois. Local 51, El Paso, Texas. Local 53, Belleville, Illinois. Local 54, Louisville, Kentucky. Local 55, Oakland, California. Local 56, Streator, Illinois. Local 57, Muskogee, Oklahoma. Local 58, Dallas, Texas. Local 59, Joplin, Missouri. Local 60, Scranton, Pennsylvania. Local 61, Charleston, South Carolina. Local 63, Quincy, Illinois. Local 64, Kansas City, Kansas. Local 65, Knoxville, Tennessee. Local 66, Waterloo, Iowa. Mr. General President, on this day, the 28th of February, 2018, all the original chartered locals are present and or accounted for, sir.
Thank you. And now that we have completed the roll call of the original locals that laid the groundwork for this great union we have built together, it is time to salute our centennial with the tones across the IAFF, where at 2 p.m. Eastern Time, the same time that the gavel came down, signifying the IAFF's founding as a standalone union within the House of Labor, affiliates across our two great countries will now proudly strike their emergency tones and announce the official 100-year anniversary of this great IAFF.
Attention all companies. Attention all companies. 100 years ago today, on February 28, 1918, delegates representing 24 local firefighter unions founded the IAFF. It is with great pride that we celebrate our 100th anniversary, honoring the men and women who helped shape the IAFF into the great union it is today, making a positive impact on our jobs, our livelihoods, our health and retirement security, and ensuring that this noble profession continues to be as safe as it can be for the greatest membership in the world. Congratulations to the IAFF on a century of progress. End of message, 1400 hours, 28 February 2018.
Thank you to everyone out there watching and celebrating with us today. I hope to see many of you in Seattle, Washington, when we open our union's 54th convention, and as we set the stage for the next 100 years. Stay safe, and God bless the IAFF.